Hi guys, it's Faye,
And I'm Kit.
and welcome back to the channel Stuff.
Yay! So today we are going to be discussing the book we're going to start co-writing and making some decisions about characters and plots, and we thought we'd bring you along for the journey.
Yes. So I thought we would.
I'm going to be looking down because I'm making notes, by the way. I'm not ignoring everyone.
I'm going to make notes on here.
Cool.
But I will also be looking down on my keyboard.
So where to start? This is going to be the first argument because my brain automatically goes to characters.
Okay. I mean, yes, we can start by listing out characters. That's not an issue.
I feel like there's a but coming.
No.
Okay.
It can be malleable.
Today.
Shut up. Right, characters.
So we need to think of the main two, the researcher and the soldier.
I have a question as well.
Go for it.
How stuck, like how attached to their names are you?
Not very. I'm not even attached to the idea of them being sisters. That's why I said there needs to be someone close, like they need to care about each other. But I am happy to change their relationship, their names.
Sure, I think for the premise, I think sisters works. I don't like twins, I'm not gonna lie. But sisters works. And also if they're like older and younger, you've got that kind of dynamic as well.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so who's our main character? Is that the researcher?
Yes, I think to start with, because it starts with her, the idea that I had starts with her, and then the sister comes in a bit later.
Just realised everyone's going to see how bad I am at spelling.
Yeah, and typing. So this is going to be great fun.
Yay, I have skills. It's when people are watching, okay? Calm down.
Yeah. So I think it's worth saying that our plan for this, that we've already decided, is that one of us is going to take one sister and the other one's going to take the other sister and write just that person, because it's not the way we write, and our writing styles is never going to work us both trying to write the same person, right? So yeah, we also need to decide with the names who is going to write which sister.
Okay, one thing at a time. Because you're stressing me out. I wanted to do characters, so let's just focus on characters for the moment. We'll do this bit.
Part of the characters.
No, because you're discussing who's writing what. We're not at that point yet. We just need to characters, okay?
Okay, that's fine.
Right. So what was the other sister? She was like...
She was, in the original idea, she was a soldier who had been drafted to a protection detail. But again, that can move.
How do you spell soldier?
The I before D is not needed.
I hate spelling.
Same. Ironically, cannot spell, considering we're both writers and we're both terrible spellers.
Why we've got spell check.
True.
And dictionaries. Look, I'm just trying, okay? Right, so we've got our two main characters at least. Names TBD.
And we also need the researcher goes to someone else or a group of other people to recreate the accident to prove that her sister could have survived it. So we need that person or people.
So we have a research team. How many people? 3 to 5?
Sure, go for it.
Okay, do you wanna right, we'll skip here. Right. Maybe we should go to who does what. So weren't we going based on, because of my enthusiasm for world building,
I
I
think you
was
were
going
gonna have the
to,
sister too, right?
yeah, do the soldier sister and the other piece.
Which means I get left with all the scientific research, but that's fine. I can manage
But it was your idea.
that.
Also, it means I get left building this whole other dimension slash planet slash place that you wanted to go to.
I'm gonna help. I'm not gonna be like it's only you're allowed to write
I'm
that.
going to help with the science. I know science. I know some science. Don't look at me like that. Then that would also include like was there a secret conspiracy?
I mean, you can make a conspiracy if you want. There wasn't going
Now
to be.
there's a conspiracy.
Okay, cool. Oh, there was the conspiracy in that she was kind of ridiculed for believing that people could have survived and the machine could have worked.
Yeah, but then like
conspiracy.
maybe a purpose thing. I don't know. What are they researching in the first place? Maybe they shouldn't. Maybe they were researching to try and get to this new place in the first place, and then
With you. And
it all collapsed, and they were like, "No, we don't know what you're talking about. What project? Oh yeah, and it can have a secret project name." And then they can be like, she can be like, "I think they're still alive. We still need to work on this because Project Pegasus or whatever." And they're like, "There's no such thing called Project Pegasus," and it's like,
da, 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 da. Okay, that's my
conspiracy.
Put a conspiracy in there. It needs to happen. That's fine. Okay, cool. Adding conspiracy. Ta-da. Okay. Back to characters.
Yes.
We need a reason for them to be rushing along. So I think I said like a politician or a diplomat or someone who was cutting the funding. I'm open again to change it, but something along those lines.
Right. So they're the ones who speed up the project. Then we've got to have like aliens. So
are we going with the war-torn thing? Because in which case,
there's got to be something going on in the planet. Otherwise, what is the planet, dimension, whatever? Something's got to be going on. Obviously, you've got your problem that needs to be solved, essentially. Like, got your primary problem, which is she's stuck there, she needs to go back. How does she get back? But obviously, if the plan is just go speak to them and then they're like, yeah, this is how you go back, get out of our planet, that's no fun.
No.
So we'll have a secondary problem or tertiary problem, whichever one comes under, which would be the issue with the place that prevents getting home soon.
Yeah. So you're going to need two parties really for the dimension planet thing.
This is where I want to go next.
Okay.
So your first plot point is what? The researcher's sister goes onto this project.
Yeah. She gets hired by the project. Or is part of the project. I guess the other plot point is when the sister also becomes part of it when she comes.
Yeah.
I don't know if it's the next plot point, but it's a plot point.
Can they be estranged?
Why not? That'll be fun.
Because that'll be drama.
Go for it. Sister drama.
Next. Well, these aren't obviously, there's going to be like gaps in between. But these are the most important plot points. So next one would be machine breaks, explosion.
Would it not? Yeah, would be one, but would the one in between not be the speeding up of the project?
Yeah, but I just put sister joins project with the power
Or with the
person.
power person to rush science? Yes, sorry. Carry on.
I already
Yes,
put that in there. The next one is explosion.
Making my own notes.
Stuff goes wrong.
Yeah, Big Bang. You need to scroll, babe.
I know, I just can't find the scrolly thing at the minute because our faces are in the way.
There you go.
But if it's recording on your screen, it doesn't matter. Anyway,
Okay.
Okay, explosion / machine. Like, what even is their project? That's something that we need to discuss.
Yeah, that's probably a good thing to get down. I think
assuming they're building like a teleportation machine or something.
I was going to say that my suggestion was a teleportation machine. That
so it breaks, there's an explosion.
Horribly, horribly wrong and sends them somewhere completely different. Kaboom!
Okay, so then next plot point, if we're having the conspiracy, is project shut down and erased.
Conspiracy with many underlines.
Dun, 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 like tinfoil hats and everything.
Yeah.
Then we've got, say, researcher, because we haven't decided on names yet. Researcher thinks sisters alive / soldier in new world.
Yeah.
Because this is where obviously our plots split. Yeah.
Yeah. This is where we get into the main bulk of the book, realistically.
Yeah. Here we go. Stuff happens.
Stuff happens.
We'll work this out another time. Stuff happens. TBD. And then conclusion. Because remember, this is going on the internet, so we don't want to give too much away.
Here's a question. Are we going to do the chapter per sister, or are we doing the jumping viewpoints?
I'm thinking get down to, so story is like singular plot up to this bit.
Yeah.
And then when you've got the two where it splits in the 2 points of views, then it's a chapter per.
So it's jumping to start with, and then.
Well, no, because it's all kind of it follows the researcher to start off with and the project. So that's one train of thought. When they're in two different locations, I guess.
So it probably starts slightly before that, for the explosion to happen and to only take out the one sister. The researcher can't be at the demonstration.
Or is in the science bit, which will probably be shatterproof.
Yeah. Okay, that's fine. So we're thinking researcher for a chapter or two into the split, which will then be a chapter a person. That's fine.
That's my thoughts anyway. It can be discussed, I guess.
It might be nice to have a chapter or a segment which is from the soldier sister's point of view, to kind of show that, you know what I mean? You got the estranged, where it's both do not get on, and you got the one where one doesn't get on and the other is trying. So to differentiate between which one, it would be nice to have a segment from the sister. But yes, the big partition is also.
But would we show that from one point of view of, say, for the single train line, before we split off, because I think going backwards and forwards just randomly can get confusing. Show it as in, like, say the soldier sister gets assigned to the project, and so she's trying to call the researcher sister because she knows what's going on, and we can write her obviously ignoring the calls, and there's like several missed calls. It's something that you can obviously show and not tell, so we don't need to go,
Okay.
they were estranged, but she's missing her calls, and then obviously when she shows up she can be like, oh my god, why are you here? And you're like, well, I tried calling you, but as always you're blocking my calls.
Okay, that's cool.
And then you can like hint at something has happened and they're not talking and they're bitter against each other. Like, you don't need to go, and then they had a fight, or like, I'm ignoring you because of what happened with mum. Like, you don't need to go into that much detail. It's like, well, you know why we're not talking.
Yeah.
And then also that gives us a little bit of a loophole to work out why they're not talking.
Why not? Yeah. I'm also fine with never telling them why they're not talking. It can just be like an unanswered question. I feel like it's not that. Well, we'll see. We'll see what we decide.
Well, like, yeah.
Because it could be an interesting turnaround, or it could equally be irrelevant. We'll see.
I think that, yeah, there are ways of showing it without doing it. So we could, like, I don't know. There's like flashbacks. There's, I don't know.
Why stuff. Is what I've written down. Why divide is what I've written down. Why divide? Why?
But why? Yeah. I mean, obviously, as we are recording, just to let you know, if you have an idea of why they could be estranged, let us know in the comments. We'd love to hear it, because clearly we're not that great at the drama.
I would just really enjoy any ideas of a lot of things.
If you're estranged with your family,
do tell us about it. But it would be interesting to see if there's an interest more into the interdimensional idea versus the planet idea.
Yeah, like what do you guys want to see?
Yeah, because I mean, we are.
Like, do you care if we explain why the sisters don't talk in the first place?
Yeah, are you bothered if we leave it as an unanswered question? And also, I think it might be fun to do name suggestions, to ask for to put some comments for some suggestions in the comments for the sisters' names, and we can maybe pick from the suggestions rather than.
Also, I just want to put out there, I'm not completely like, don't know about you, not solely set on them having to be sisters. Like, they can be a brother and sister. Like, they don't have to be.
100%. Yeah, they don't have to be girls at all.
I know that I prefer writing female leads because, you know what they say, write what you know. I haven't been a guy for a while, so can't say I know how to write from a perspective. You know, it'd be something that I'd be willing to try.
Yeah, for sure. I think sisters, I would say the one thing I wouldn't want to write is a like parent-child relationship.
No. Like
siblings, maybe a strange spouse or something, I would be up for.
Oh yeah. That's a shout.
So yeah, any suggestions on the relationship between the two main characters, any names, interdimensional versus planetary, you know, let us know and we'll take it all into consideration. And the next time we plan a session, we can use those notes to get us moving. Yeah, and you know what, I think this is a good place to wrap up, to be honest. I do, actually. We've got a start. So obviously this is a good stopping point. We've got a good place to start. We'll probably discuss a couple more ideas off camera. Obviously, like we said, this is something that we do want to write, so we don't want to give too much information to you guys. We still want to keep some stuff secret. So yeah, we're not going to tell you absolutely everything, but we'll keep you up to date, mostly. But otherwise, we're going to call it quits on that video. Tune in for the next one. I don't know what we'll be discussing. Maybe we'll build characters. Sure, we'll have a look. Some character profiles.
I'm gonna force Kit to go into planner mode and show her a full detailed character profile that I would do. And she's probably gonna cry, so you definitely want to be there.
As I say, look forward to a very stressed Kit.
It will be hilarious.
It's going to be painful.
If you like the video, give it a thumbs up, hit subscribe and turn on the notification bell if you want to know when we're posting. Again, in the comments down below, let us know what you think, any ideas, even just to say hi. We'd love that. Again, our socials are always in the description, so drop us a message and we'll see you next time.
Bye.
Tony Stark isn't a scientist. I'm just putting that there.
Do not start this
Move on.
Do not start.
Later. We'll have a discussion about this later, but